Did you know that I got cold feet on our wedding day?
On the day of, Abigail.
I did text Caleb and I said, I can't do this.
Oh my gosh, Abby, he's probably pooping his pants. This is something that really triggers me post-loss, is talking about age gaps, honestly, between kids. Because it's like something that I like tried to perfectly plan.
Right. I'm pro honking.
Abby.
If someone is at the light and they're not going, you don't think I'm going to give them a little love tap? I guess I'm pro the problem.
Ew, Abby, I'm icked out.
Welcome back to Always Here. I'm your host, Abby Howard.
And Abby Howard.
Hey, yo.
Hey. How we doing, ladies?
Ooh.
Stomach bug hasn't left.
The stomach bug has lingered around. It's just hitting more people. You got
Last week I said, didn't know what it was like for a baby to puke. Now I do, unfortunately. Brielle had it over the weekend. She only puked twice, two separate occurrences. A lot during those occurrences, but two separate occurrences. And now she's better. She's not throwing up, but she's still kind of not 100% back yet.
Was she fussy and stuff in between? Like you could tell she, like her tummy
I could
hurt?
tell she didn't want me to be put down, which is not normal for her.
Yeah.
Like she really likes to play independently, and she just wanted to sit on my lap the whole time. Like she would sit there and just lay next to me. I'm like, what are you doing? This is not normal, which was sweet. Like I loved cuddling her, but I could tell she was just like not feeling the best.
Totally.
Which is unfortunate. And then Blake got a little nauseous, a little sick. I'm still good. Everyone stay away.
I'm scared.
I'm scared.
Yeah. No, I feel bad. I'm sorry.
It's so scary. I thought we were in the clear. I talked about this a lot last episode, but that morning that we filmed the podcast, I disinfected our house. I scrubbed everything, the couch, front, back, underneath, tops, like every surface. I vacuumed, I mopped.
Well, they also dropped
Bathrooms
you
were
off soup
scrubbed.
when you were sick, so.
Yeah, but they didn't come inside.
Oh, gosh.
They just put it on our porch. So now our family, we had family come in town this weekend, and it is starting to run through them as well. I know. Poor Aunt Jen. I called her. I was like, I'm praying for your girl.
Because they had a flight today, too.
They push it back.
Okay, good.
I know.
No one wants to puke on a plane.
No one wants to puke on a plane.
So, yeah, our Matt and Caleb's, our husbands, extended family was in town like the whole week, but we really mostly saw them on the weekends. Yeah. That was fun.
So fun. It's always fun having people in town. We have people, our family's always in town.
I know. It's literally, I'm like, wow, this is just a really tight-knit family.
Totally. I know.
It's fun.
It's so fun. So, yeah, we spent so much time outside. You came over here. We swam. We had pizza. You guys made a good Hawaiian meal the next night.
Grilled some chicken. Yeah, it was fun.
It was really
I
fun.
learned the art of paper plates after that first night. Abby is always the dishwasher, I feel like. And I was like,
well, you cook.
Have you ever thought about doing paper plates? And I was
Not
like,
me trying to off my job.
No, there's still plenty of dishes. And I was like, wow, this is amazing.
It's so freeing.
I still will never use paper plates just when it's just my family or even just a small group. But that was a lot of people. That was 11 adults.
Right. It's
and
a lot
like
more.
3 kids. So I was like, okay, we'll do paper plates. And it was so convenient. If you haven't discovered paper plates, here is your opportunity.
I feel like my family went through a phase where my mom just kind of threw in the towel and she said, I'm done doing dishes for a while, and just said paper plates.
Yeah.
And we were like a solid paper plate family for a couple years, which I know is not good for the environment, but you know what?
Actually, you know what? Aunt Jen said that she thinks that they did some studies and they said that maybe this was a paper plate company, but that running your dishwasher is more energy consuming than using paper plates.
Well, I believe that paper plates use less water, but don't you think like the landfills
waste.
maybe? It's hard to say.
It doesn't feel right to me either, but you know, I still am not a paper plate person.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wasn't raised that way.
I know, but sometimes you just
Sometimes
need a good old
you just
paper
gotta
plate.
do what you gotta do.
You're right. Yeah, I feel like that was I don't really have a solid hope in a heart, honestly. We were just talking about it. But I feel like that was it. Having family in town was really fun. Recovering from the stomach bug. My mom gets back in town tomorrow.
That'll be great.
I'm so excited. Oh, and I get my hair done tomorrow. That's
oh my
super
gosh,
hopeful.
that'll just change your whole life. Honestly.
I know. I feel like I'm coming out of that fog where I feel like the last 3 weeks, the fog is lifting out of my mind from just postpartum hormones. Like I feel like a different person.
Well, and
I
they
feel
say
much
your
more
hair
clear.
holds on to memories.
And it does.
So
and
you
it's
need to
weighing
cut
me down.
Cut those off.
It's weighing me down. I wanted to wait until after I went through all the postpartum hair loss and all of that to get
Your
it.
hair still looks really
done.
thick.
Thanks. Yeah, it definitely hit me a little bit on the sides, but not horribly. Not as bad as it did with CJ, I think. But yeah, that's super hopeful. I think I'm going to go shorter.
Yes,
And
you should.
a little bit of brightness.
That will be great.
Yeah, I haven't ever gone like above my shoulders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually have, I think. I'm kind of dramatic with my hair transformation. It's like,
Yeah.
if I'm going to go, I want people to notice that I got
My feelings did get hurt one time when I was there for 4 hours, and then Caleb goes, "What did you do to your hair?"
Oh.
I was like, "It looks amazing." But I think that's the signs of a good haircut is like it was very natural looking. No?
Yeah. I think
You're
it'd still be
just-
natural looking and be a big difference, though, you know?
She did a really good job, but yeah,
Yeah.
Caleb did not notice. So yeah,
Gosh,
hopefully
dang it.
we'll see.
Yeah, it'll be exciting. My hope is just being halfway through the pregnancy, it now being public.
Wow, is that relieving?
You know, yes and no. It didn't feel like it was like some big secret that I was like worried about hiding. Like, I don't know. Some people were like, "Oh, you can kind of see your bump here." I was like, "I don't care." Like, it's not like some big secret, but it is. I don't know. A part of me did kind of want to keep it private forever, but you really can't do that.
Right.
And I also feel like purpose in sharing like about it too. So no, it feels good. My hard though is that at our anatomy scan, I'm sorry I'm whining about this so much to you guys. I just really, first of all, I think it's a little deeper than this like thing because I just wanted everyone to just be like, everything's perfect.
Right.
Stop worrying. Everything's fine. And it's like, okay, baby looks great, which is obviously like, we're so grateful for that and do feel relief from that.
Yes.
But just like where the placenta attached, it's in the lower part of my uterus. And so they have recommended pelvic rest for at least 4 weeks. And so this means I can't go to the gym, which is like obviously my thing that I talk all the time about, like loving so much. It's like a great part of our morning routine, getting out of the house, socializing, getting activity in. And especially at this stage of pregnancy.
You have so much energy at this point.
I feel like so like, what's the word? Like, I think the biggest jump you take in like belly size is literally from 18 to 22 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
And so I'm like, oh man, I really wish I could like move a little, like keep this thing going.
Right.
But no, so it's fine. I've actually learned to really love my walks. I've been going on long walks because they did say I could do walks, and I listened to some audiobooks, having a great time. People are like, "You take your kids with you, right?" I'm like,
No.
You think they could sit in a stroller for 4 miles?
Right. No.
Especially it's been like over 100 now. I was like, they cannot do that.
It's so I miss going on walks. It's so hard getting everyone corralled to go on a walk. Like people are like, just take your dog on a walk more often, like with poor Lewis. But I'm like, to put 2 kids in a stroller, a horse on my waist, and then CJ's usually on a bike, not in a stroller.
That alone takes about 45 minutes.
It's not like a leisurely walk. I'm like, this is actually
it's a survival
an adventure. Yeah, like I had to mentally prepare for this. So yeah, no, a solo walk is the dream.
Also, no intercourse. I'm just gonna say that.
Oh, that's the hardest part.
That's a big bummer. I'm sorry.
Just gotta throw that one in there.
It's not just Matt. I'm sorry, Mom.
You guys gotta lock in. You gotta lock it in.
We are not locked in.
Lock in, Abby.
We are not locked in.
You gotta mentally get it together.
You saw what I Googled the other week.
3 more weeks. I know. You need to stop.
Pathetic. It is actually pathetic. I'm like, don't kiss me.
He's complimenting you every 5 seconds. Your pup is so cute, sweetie. And you're like, get away.
I'm like, get away. You devil. No.
Oh my gosh.
It's fine. It's fine.
Nothing will get you lit up like a little, you're not allowed to do anything.
Yeah, literally the second trimester. Are you kidding?
I know.
Gosh dang it.
That's the best time.
It's fine. We'll go back in 3 weeks.
Lock in. You need some distraction techniques.
I have none. I just go to bed. I'm literally like, I just have to sleep.
I mean, that's good.
I actually have been sleeping a little bit more.
Good.
Anyway, moving right along. This episode is all about you guys. This one's for you guys.
I'm so excited for this episode.
I am really excited. Should we share our topics?
Sure.
So, okay, this whole episode is dedicated to voicemails from you guys because we love hearing from y'all, and it's just like, I don't know. It's the most rewarding part of this show, I really feel like.
Knowing that, like, obviously we see the numbers and we see comments and stuff, but hearing your voice, I just feel like it puts humans to what we read and see online. And so it just makes it feel so like it feels really real for us to hear.
Right. And like a small element of your life too, like your personal life. We hear about so much about our lives,
Right.
but it's really cool to get like a little bit from you guys too. So that's what this whole episode is. And these are like, we call them major buckets. We're talking about pregnancy and parenting, marriage and dating, friendship, and then we just have some for fun ones, maybe a couple pop culture ones sprinkled in there. We'll see what we get to because we get a little chatty sometimes. But yeah, thank you to everyone who sent voicemails. And then if we will always do this segment in future episodes, but just not as many as this current episode. So if you do want to call in, the number is 602-456-9690.
Woo! Perfect. Thank you, Addie and Hannah, for going through and picking all these
thank
out.
Absolutely. It was great hearing everyone's questions. I hate the ones we can't make. I'll also give a PSA. If you're leaving ones that are like over 45 seconds, there's less likely that they're going to make it in the episode.
Oh,
so keep them
good
under
thought.
like 30 and you're way more likely to make it in the episode.
Okay.
Little
Good
PSA.
shout.
Hi, I am 10, almost 11 months postpartum, and I am down bad with baby fever. I want another baby so badly, but my husband wants to wait until we have a vacation in August to get pregnant after. What was your logic behind the age gap of your kids, and do you wish that you did anything differently in terms of the age gap between your siblings? Thanks so much. Love the podcast.
That's a great question. Do it. Do
Yeah, that's what I'm
it.
saying. Make a baby. I feel like whenever you're excited about it,
Yeah.
but you both have to be excited about
Yeah,
it. So that
totally.
is hard. But you can just say, hey, I can be pregnant in August
Yeah.
while we go on vacation. No big deal.
I guess, yeah, where's the vacation?
Get pregnant now, and then you're in your second trimester in August,
And
and,
you'll
then,
feel
then you'll
better.
feel great.
That's so true. Yeah, because if you're in your first trimester on vacation, I could see him being like, let's just wait a little bit till after that.
Also, if you do both agree on needing to wait, that's really not that huge of a deal.
Yeah, it's not that long.
But I get that. Oh my gosh. I'm like, just make it one. Make a baby.
Well, okay, tell us your age gaps and
My
your logic
age gap
behind them.
was unplanned with Griffin and Augie, so they were only 13 months apart. And it's so fun now. So I'm like I'm not the person to talk to, honestly, because I'll give you bad advice. I'll be like, just do it. Just make another one right away. But I do forget that it was really hard in the beginning with the two littles, like literally a year apart. I had two babies for a little bit there. And then we perfectly planned our third one, and they were going to be 2.5 years apart from the youngest to the baby. We unfortunately lost that pregnancy, and then just were like, whenever whenever a baby comes, we will really be grateful. And so now we have our third August or July baby in a row,
Yeah.
which I was trying to avoid living in Arizona, but life just has a way of reminding you that you're not in control.
Right.
And so, yes. And so that gap will be 3 and 4 years between my kids, which was bigger than I ever.
Wow, I didn't realize
wanted
this
or
baby
intended.
and Augie will be three full years.
Basically, because this baby's due date is August 11th and Augie's birthday is August 10th.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
It's like exactly 3 years,
That's kind
which
of what,
feels big and daunting.
really. I feel like that's what we want for our next gap, ideally. So the gap between CJ and Vivian is about 2 years and 3 months. We were pretty strict about waiting the 18 months because I had the unplanned C-section with CJ. And my doctors are pretty firm with me about wanting to wait a full 18 months to get pregnant, which I was like, that honestly sounds like a great timeline anyway, because then they'll still be relatively close in age. And yeah, so we waited, and then basically at 18 months, I was like, okay, let's start. And then we got pregnant right away, thankfully. So I think an ideal timeline for us this time, have these two close, then have a 3-year gap, and then have 2 more kind of close.
That's what we're going to do.
Yeah, I think we want like a buddy system.
Ideally. Okay, actually, this is something that really triggers me post-loss, is talking about age gaps, honestly, between
Really?
kids. Because it's like something that I tried to perfectly plan, and it all worked. And so then I was like, this is so dumb to even talk about because it's so out of my hands. But
Right.
I understand that it is warrants a conversation. But ideally, that's what would happen next for us too.
Yeah.
I think it's good to have them close, but also I know a lot of people that have kids with a gap, and it's great too.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
I'm like, if you're excited about having a kid, then I feel like then have a kid.
Yeah,
I don't know.
totally.
That was one of our husband's cousins. What's our relation to them?
Who?
Eva?
Oh, she's our cousin's wife. Our husband's cousin's wife.
Our husband's cousin's wife. They're asking about knowing
She's
when
my
to
cousin.
start your family. And I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
whenever you're both excited about it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Obviously,
Or until
there's
the
other
good Lord
factors.
gives you a baby.
Until it just happens.
Hi, I was just wondering if you could talk about how the transition goes from having one baby to two. My husband and I are considering having a second one. I was also wondering how it is having a C-section when you have a toddler at home. That's something I'm really nervous about. But if you could just give your advice and things on that, that would be great. Thank you. Love listening to you guys. Bye.
One side note is I think both of these last two voicemails were while they were driving, which I just think is sweet. They're listening.
That's mom life for you.
Yeah.
Mom's on the go. Well, do you want to answer the C-section with the toddler part of the question?
Yeah, unfortunately, I feel like I blacked out.
I feel like you handled it really well.
Really?
Yeah.
Abby, that is so nice.
And Griffin was still at the age where he wanted to be held a lot. And I don't remember that really, like, it didn't stop you. Like, you know. And
your
have
doctor's recommendations.
No. I mean, like, either way, whether you have a baby or not, like if you have a C-section or vaginal birth, you still have downtime to where it's like it's hard to pick up your baby.
Yeah, I
You know
will
what I mean?
say, moms listening, you know what I'm about. Like, you feel this, what I'm about to say. Moms make it happen.
You do.
Like, you just make it happen.
You just gotta do what you gotta do.
And so, like, I remember it being difficult, but you just simply make it happen. And so, yeah, C-section after when you have a toddler, I think as candid as you can, just be like, oh, I want to hold you so bad right now.
Right.
But like, obviously early on, not a good idea. So I would just sit down and put him on my lap all the time. And then make sure I would always have like ice packs, like the Freedom Moms. Oh no.
Well,
They have a
eventually there's
C-section.
another brand.
Find another brand and I'll shut up about it. No, they have a great
Is that
C-section
frozen corn,
recovery.
baby? Frozen corn.
I'm not going to turn on them. They have an amazing C-section recovery band that has a ice. You can make it hot or cold, and the cold on that really, it also protected the area, so he could sit on my lap. We also load your baby in their car seat, like not in the whole, like so you don't have to lift up the whole doona. I also feel like this might, I don't know if this is medically sound, but moving as much as possible does help.
Oh,
I think. Like moving a lot, like with my toddler, even though I was like sore, like it wasn't like sore that was like, oh, this is hurting my healing progress. It was sore in the sense of like, this is just what it's going to feel like to
Just
do
uncomfortable.
things like as this is healing. But I feel like if I were to stay still, it would have been worse. Like
Oh,
I
for
would go
sure.
on walks even like kind of really right after.
I think you healed way quicker than me from the C-section. I remember I saw a video of you skipping on
Why was I
Instagram,
skipping?
and I was like, "What the heck? Why is she skipping? I can't skip." And then so I tried it, and I was like, "You know what? I think I need to move more."
Wait, why was I skipping? And then
I
you
don't know.
just
You were
actually
like,
got up and tried to
"Woo,
skip.
woo." And then I was like, "Can I do that?" You were like 16 days ahead behind me. And I was like, wait, I don't think I probably need to move some more. I didn't walk a mile from
Well, that
her.
was the difference of having a toddler too. Like you kind of
You have
move.
to.
Yeah.
So I think you're actually probably gonna love it. Your recovery. I think it's gonna
I'm
help
gonna-
you propel her forward.
propel, yeah.
Yeah. And then what was the other part of her question?
Oh, the transition from 1 to 2.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
yeah, 1 to 2 kids.
I actually think I was humbled pretty good. I think it was a lot harder
I'm
for me.
surprised you saying that because you did so good.
That's really sweet. I think my mom, if she was here answering, she'd be like, yeah, you needed help. I think those first 4 months, I was pretty surprised that I was still struggling, at least internally. I felt like I was struggling. And I had a lot of help, thankfully. My mom stayed for 8 weeks. And I think if she had left earlier, obviously you figure it out.
Right.
But I was like, I remember getting upset with myself because I'm like, I still can't picture myself taking care of CJ alone in the mornings without like really feeling super overwhelmed with taking care of CJ and the baby. It was really just the morning specifically. So yeah, I think I was just pretty humbled by that. But you get over the hump once you start. I think after those 8 weeks when I was forced to do it by myself and like practice it and get into routine, it obviously was way smoother. So yeah, it was pretty hard, but I think if you have a support person, like my husband didn't get paternity leave, so my mom was there to help me. If you have just one person to help you with your first child, it makes it so much better.
Hey guys, my name is Megan. I'm a first-time mom. The first week of March, my 5-month-old girl is going to be turning 6 months, and so we're going to be starting solids, and I'm kind of scared about it, but I wasn't sure how you guys went about feeding your first-time babies solids. Thank you guys. Love y'all. Bye.
Addie, this is you.
I know, this was scary. I actually, when I was listening back, we talked about it on one of the episodes that I was really nervous to start solids and it was really stressing me out. By the time we had recorded that episode and then I reviewed it. So we record on Wednesdays, I review the episode on Monday. I was like, what the heck was I stressed about?
Good.
It's one of those things you don't know what you're doing, so it stresses you out. Yeah. But then you start doing it and it becomes fun. So I'm like, okay, just pick. What does she want? Does she want a packet? Do I want to get her oatmeal or do I want to give her actual things to munch on? Mm-hmm. And just choose. Mm-hmm. And I kind of just didn't stress about it. I live in the world that I'm like, everything's probably going to go well. And I'm not like super stressed about her choking or things like that happening, even though they can happen. But I just started with the breast milk oatmeal, which is what you both recommended for me. And that was great. She loved it. And then I've done packets. And then I've just given her a couple like berries and fruits and just things for her to chew on. And it's been fun once I started it and not stressed about it. I was more so stressed about the schedule. And what I just did I was like, okay, you feed her a bottle when she wakes up. And then an hour after that, I gave her a snack of some sort. And I just did that every wake window. So then I didn't stress too much about it. Mm-hmm. That was me.
That's awesome, Addie. That's really good advice. I think, too, the not stressing about it part. I feel like the internet has so much information on feeding your baby that I remember feeling really overwhelmed by it. And I never did the baby-led weaning with CJ, and I don't really plan on doing it with Vivian either. But I've had a lot of I think it was really good for me just like doing the baby oatmeal purees and then working our way up to harder foods and like munching on stuff is great. I think too the expectation at first, just know that your baby is not going to like it at first. Like I just gave Vivian oatmeal last week for the first time and she did not like the first time she was spitting it out because it feels different. Like the texture of it is so new, but then the second time she loved it and ate it. So just like practice makes perfect and they'll figure it out.
Yeah. Introducing things multiple times because just because the first time they eat the oatmeal they don't want it doesn't mean the second time they're not going to want it. And so just keep introducing things and do what you're comfortable with. I think that's the best advice I could give. For some reason in my brain, giving Brielle rice doesn't make sense to me. But I see other people giving their kids rice. I'm like, she can't chew it. It's just going to get stuck in her throat. For some reason, rice scares me. So guess what? She just doesn't have rice right now because I'm not ready for that. Mm-hmm. But she can have broccoli. She can have carrots. Like there's different things that I'm comfortable.
Both my kids actually love food from the jump.
They loved it.
Like from the jump. I actually quickly, you said you gave milk first and then food. Mm-hmm. We like right away went to food and then just kind of a little bit of milk. They really loved food. Mm-hmm. But I did 2 completely different approaches. So with my first, I did baby-led weaning like by the book. I downloaded Feeding Littles, like did the thing. Mm-hmm. Made the food, like actually there was gagging involved. It was the whole 9 yards. And then with my second, I literally did strictly purees for the first like good chunk. And I am here to report, just in my small case study, my second is a much better eater than my first.
Oh no.
So I say this to say, don't stress because which is what you guys both said, but like your kids are gonna be who they're gonna be, and I feel like their palates are gonna just develop into their palates, and there's just not as much we can do about it as we would like to think that we can. But it's a fun season, so I don't know. It looks different for everybody too. Like
it is fun.
It is fun.
I agree.
It makes your life a lot easier if you're nursing. Oh
my gosh.
Hey, Abby, and Addie. My name is Brittany. Great job on the podcast, by the way. I listen to it all week while I get ready for work each morning. My question is, when someone is disciplining their child in front of your child and it isn't the way they are disciplined, how do you approach that with your child and explain to them? Thanks. Keep up the good work.
Yeah, we've had this conversation. And we always say, hey, that's what they do in their house. But we do it differently here. Or that might be okay for them, but it's not okay around here. Like sometimes. Like just saying that we can have different expectations. And it's only felt like necessary when they ask. And so it's usually involving a form of discipline that like obviously we don't use, but then is also kind of like, I don't know, socially deviant in a way. Like It involves, I don't know how to explain. I'm not going to say.
I'm confused.
But there's a certain type of punishment that we don't use.
Oh, okay.
And this is the one that anything involving physical punishment we don't use.
Oh, sure.
And so like when that has happened in public, like I think it actually kind of scares our kids because they're like, wait, that's actually something we're not allowed to do. And so I feel like that's where it's come up. And so it's like, oh, well, they do it differently in their house. It's hard though too, you know. But I don't know. It's hard because they start to really observe. Like I feel like Griffin is really observing things now,
and how different people are disciplined.
But I think it's a good lesson to learn. Like they do things differently than how we do it in our house. But this is how we're still gonna do it.
Totally.
And they do it differently, and that's okay.
Yeah.
But has that happened with CJ yet?
He hasn't really asked. No.
For instance, we were at a play area, like a local one, and a mom like hit her kid.
Oh.
What do you do in that situation?
Dang.
Like in the face.
What?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
What do you do?
Gosh.
I like what you
Like
said,
smack
where
the
you
kid
don't
across
do
the
anything
face?
unless they ask.
She was yelling, so it was already drawing attention, and then she hit her kid in the face.
And like your kid is asking, like, why
I
did
think
they
he
do
was
that?
scared. Yeah.
Were you near her?
I was far enough away, so one of my friends was really close to her, and I was far enough away, but I saw it happen.
I think if I was near her, I would think I would have gone, oh, wow.
I literally
I'm
just,
not afraid I think that's exactly how I would say
how
it.
you address it with your kid?
I think I just like stood up and looked at her because I was like, I want you to
Hey.
know that everyone's watching you. Like,
Well, if she's doing that in public, what is she doing behind
I
closed
know.
doors?
And so he like came up to me afterwards and he was like, that mommy hit. And I was like, and
that's not okay.
I was like, yeah, that wasn't a good choice.
Yeah.
And then, but then there's other like forms of physical punishment that is like less jarring, but still like,
Dang.
I feel
opens
like,
up
yeah,
across
there's the
face.
difference between that's not how we do it and we do it differently versus that wasn't acceptable. That
yeah,
she
like a
did that.
spanking.
It's
Like,
different.
I'm just like, they do things differently.
Yeah.
And so, but then with that, I was like, that's
That's like
actually
abuse.
abuse.
Yeah, that's
so
actually
I was just
crazy.
like, yeah, that wasn't a good choice. And I was like, some mommies make mistakes too. I said, I hope she said sorry. Like, I was just like,
That's a really good way to handle that, Abby. That's really
it's
gracious.
uncomfortable. I mean, you don't see it a lot, but we've seen it a couple times. And
Yeah.
in airport too. Like the dad was just screaming at his kid, like in a way that was like,
Yeah.
how can this not be verbal abuse? Like, and so, and then of course my kids are just staring.
I know. The screaming is so interesting because I'm like, that person, I always try to give them the benefit of the doubt. I'm like, that could just be like a horrible day at their wit's end. But like slapping a kid across the face, I think I would have loudly go, wow.
I think she would actually.
I'm pretty
I know you
confrontational.
would've,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm not afraid of confrontation.
I just was like,
if it's like blatantly wrong, that's
yeah,
crazy,
it was
you
really
know?
bad.
That's really crazy.
Hi, my name is Angelina, and I'm calling to see if either of you have any advice if I should quit my corporate job and stay at home with my 3-year-old and my 1-year-old, or if I should continue doing it. I've been debating this for a couple months now and not sure what to do. Thanks.
Oh my gosh.
The age-old question.
That is the age-old question.
I've been listening to a lot of Dave Ramsey about this exact topic.
Really?
I want to hear it.
Oh, well, it's a hard topic to talk about because I do feel like
It's so situational for every person.
I think that the data is pretty clear about like the benefits of staying a mom being with the baby, at least from the ages of like 0 to 3.
Yep.
That's like the best for the child. But everyone's financial, like some people financially, that is not an option. And so
Yeah.
the goal is never to guilt those people into thinking they're not doing the best. Because I think you can really raise your kids excellently and still work. My parents both
Yeah.
worked full time.
Yeah.
The whole time I was growing up. But if it's like without knowing about her financial situation, it sounds like she's financially able to do it, right?
Yeah.
So it's like if you want to, I think you should just do it. You'll never
Yeah.
get this time back.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, if it's something that you can financially do, I think it is the best. Like, it's so amazing getting to stay home and just be with your babies. If you're like worried about the transition of that, I actually, one of my best girlfriends, they were a dual income household, and for a while they did a test. Well, they only ever lived off of his income, even though she made more.
Yeah.
And so they kind of did a test run of that to see, and they were able to make it work, and she really wanted to do that, and so they made the switch. So if you can test run it, just like go for a little while living off of one income, and then decide. But yeah, I don't think you'll ever regret staying home with your kids, like ever.
If you're financially stable and that's something that I agree, it kind of sounds like she is at that point, then I would say do it. Mm-hmm.
It could be even a thing too where you're like pare down your hours. I don't know what her corporate
I was also
job.
thinking about
I feel like
that.
a corporate job would have an option for that.
If
Some
you're
of
like,
them.
I don't want to quit
Part-time.
full-time, but if you want to do a part-time and I transition out, then I'm more comfortable doing that, or taking a break, seeing if they'll let you take a sabbatical, do it for a little bit, it just really depends on the job. But I think even me always saying that I was gonna work always, I'm like in that boat where I'm like, financially I can't do that, like just be a stay-at-home mom. Also, I think I would still want to work some, but I'm like, what does that look like transitioning out of maybe being full-time into part-time? And I think having a 3-year-old and 1-year-old is a perfect time to do it, because once they get into school, you can also go back to work if you wanted to, and get a part-time job or something like that too.
Agree, Addie.
This isn't me giving my notice.
Great advice, Addie.
Yeah, my job's different. I get to keep my baby and work with my family. It's the best thing ever.
She's trapped.
She's trapped.
I can never leave. You're like, where you gonna go? I think that's it for this category. Okay, do we want to go to marriage and dating, friendship, pop culture?
Let's go pop culture and then
End on marriage.
yeah.
And
Okay.
friendship. Friendship is one too.
Throw that after.
Let's
pop
throw that after pop culture.
Okay, pop culture is a mix of like fun, lighthearted questions and then pop culture ones too.
Okay, fun.
Okay, I know nothing about pop culture.
Well, there really is not that much pop
Okay,
culture.
good.
Okay, here we
I
go.
think there's like one.
I want to learn though.
There's one pop culture.
Okay.
I want to get it from you guys.
Okay, let's do the pop culture one. It's really not that serious.
Okay, good.
Hi, Abby and Addie. My name is Liz. I just want to say I love the podcast. I'm a first-time mom, so just you all are so relatable. My question is, what is your all's top-tier reality TV shows? I am a big reality TV fan, and I just love getting other reality shows to watch, or shows in general to watch. Thank you so much. Bye.
Oh yeah, I mean, The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives is basically the only reality TV show I watch. Oh, and Love on the Spectrum.
Love.
Yeah,
on the
you love that
Spectrum.
one. You love that one.
I do love that one, but they need to make more.
They're coming out with a new season.
Oh, good.
I know, yeah, season 4.
Okay, could I have my soapbox?
Let's go,
Yeah,
Addie.
I was gonna say Beast Games, but I'm like, is that even reality
Beast
TV?
Games, it totally is. It totally is.
Beast Games.
There is a question way deep in the voicemail somewhere that I read across it. I didn't save it, but someone's like brother-in-law was on Beast Games and they said what number he was and they wanted to know your opinions on it.
Wait a
my
minute, I did
gosh.
want to say I followed I went to the page of one of the Beast Games contestants, August, because my son's name is August, so I just immediately latched onto him.
Yeah.
And he made it very far,
Yeah.
and his character arc was Wait, did you watch it?
Yeah, I did. I watched it.
He follows, he follows us, and his wife follows all 3 of us and Always Here. So shout out to August's wife.
Wait.
August's wife.
They make really cute content
That's
about it,
fun.
because he's the one who got the Starbucks for life.
Caleb and I kept talking about that. I was like, that his wife is gonna love that.
And they make videos of like getting Starbucks orders,
Oh my
like
gosh,
that people
I wanna follow
recommend them.
That's okay. I want to follow
They're
them.
so
Okay,
sweet.
fun.
I found it. Hey ladies, my name is, or how about I just play it? This might not be her, but this is someone from Beast Games.
Hey ladies, my name is Kylie and I'm from Lincoln, Nebraska. My brother-in-law is player 172 in Beast Games Season 2, and I want to hear all about your take on how it ended, who you were rooting for, and maybe any favorite moments from this season. God bless you guys, and I love, love, love this podcast.
It's August. I loved August.
Oh my gosh, he seemed really genuine.
August got host.
He was a good competitor.
I know.
Yeah, he was.
And he knew. He's like, no.
He's like, oh,
I know. And then he
gosh.
didn't even expose her
No, he did. Wait, when? At the end?
when he knew that she had sold the coin.
Yeah, I didn't think he was gonna make it through. No one knows what we're talking about. If they
Yeah,
don't
I'm
watch it.
sorry, you guys. You have to watch Beast Games, but I was a huge
Oh
fan.
man, I was a
That's
big
awesome
fan
that he
too.
follows us. Or his
Yes.
wife follows us.
I think so. Gosh,
That's
don't
cute.
quote me.
We were
Or
big
it could have been
August
his
fans.
sister-in-law, because this is his sister-in-law calling it.
I was starstruck. I was like, no way.
I was happy with the winner. Yeah, I thought either of the
yeah.
2 finalists. I was like, I would love for them to win.
But when he got August out, I was like, you
Oh.
know me, the loyalty really bugs
I
me.
know.
And also, you got one shot at that. Like, if
I
he would
know.
have missed,
That would have been crazy. Everyone needs to go watch Beast Games, and we can talk more about it.
seriously.
Okay,
dolls. Watch.
my turn to hop
Okay,
on my TV
your reality
reality
show,
show.
Addie,
Let's
your
start with
reality TV
reality TV. Currently, obviously, Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. And then we also have Survivor. Does that count as reality TV?
Yeah.
I don't know,
Yeah.
but Survivor's on right now. So watching Survivor. Love Island, of course, all the Love Islands. UK is great too. USA is getting there.
Abby watches them all.
Oh, I'm not even halfway through. And then, what am I? Okay, what I'm not watching, but I really am interested right now is Age of Attraction.
Wait, I watched the first episode of that. Loved it.
Okay, I might have to hop in and watch that one. And then Housewives, Salt Lake City. Perfect. Great. Always Salt Lake City if you're going to start. And Summer House is great if you're looking for one that you want to watch.
You and my older sister would love to talk about this.
And then, okay, shows in general.
Do you do something while you watch these shows, or you just sat?
No, I do stuff. I gotta clean around the house.
Yeah, it's good background noise.
It's good background noise.
I can see that.
Currently, we're watching The Pit. Great show if you're into medical shows.
No, never heard of that.
Pit is great. And then what else are we watching right now? Oh, we're watching Barry, which is a murder show.
Oh, I'll watch that.
But it's like a sitcom murderer show.
Okay.
It's not like about a real murderer. It's just like a TV show.
Okay. If I don't know what to watch, I'm just going to come to you, Addie, and text you.
I've got plenty of recommendations. So
they're a TV household.
They are a
we
TV
are
household.
a TV household. We have
love
one
that.
more episode of Barry.
And they watch a lot of sports, too. I don't know how.
We rotate once basketball finishes at night, and then it's a show, and then it's bedtime.
Oh, that's a good routine. That's a good routine. So. Hey, can I just say that if I was ABC, I'd be absolutely ticked at Hulu for airing season 4 of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives before The Bachelorette, because I think Hulu did ABC dirty a little bit.
Are they not the same?
Are they the same?
Disney owns Hulu and owns ABC.
Wow, that's so interesting. Just the whole time that season 4 of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives was airing, I was like, I feel like The Bachelorette has to be so annoyed with what they're
Yeah, I finished season 3. Here. I'm in the middle of season 4.
Okay, well.
I had been rushed watching it so that I could give my opinions. And
Abby, you just need to start watching so we can talk about it.
No
I'm like, is Ben going to be on, was Ben going to come and show up on
I'm more scared than ever.
And Dakota?
I know. It's just.
I'm watching it. I'm more scared than ever.
I understand that.
There's so much.
There's a lot going on.
Much heat going on.
I know.
So much
it's
going
sad.
on.
I'm afraid of heat.
Let me get off my soapbox and
I like read books.
Get to our next question.
It's good. We shouldn't gossip, so it's good to know. It's good. Books are good.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, my name is Jalen. I've been watching Abby specifically since the beginning of the Unplanned podcast in Hawaii, and I'm so happy that you guys have started another podcast. Now, my question is just a silly, fun question. Would you rather have a permanent clown nose or permanent clown shoes? I just thought I'd send out this question just to lighten things up for you guys. Thanks. Bye.
Easy nose.
Why?
Because I don't want to have to deal with walking around in those. Just
Can you imagine
function.
trying to do a box jump with like
I roll my ankle wearing hokas. I roll my ankle wearing hokas. So no, I don't want to have to be slowed down. I already got a clown nose, so it's not that bad.
I'll go clown nose. I'll go clown nose. I agree. Even though it'll be in every picture, every video, I think you would just learn to love it.
It could be your trademark.
The right songs, like
that
Rudolph.
girl with the birthmark.
What do you mean?
Remember that whole internet drama?
The scar?
Oh, yeah, the scar.
Yeah, the fake scar that she had.
Oh, I don't remember it. But a clown nose trademark is iconic.
I mean, it can't be that bad.
No, one time Caleb and he said, would you rather have no arms or no legs? And I said, oh, easy, no legs, because I'd have to go for runs. And then he was like, I think you need to think about that a little longer, because think about how hard it would be. Wait, I'm sorry, I said this backwards.
Yeah,
like, how can you go for a run with no legs?
I said easy, no arms, because I have to go for runs. And he was like, really?
Someone would have to always wipe your butt.
I know. He was like, I think it would be much harder to have no arms. And then I thought about it for a while, and I was like, I made a mistake. I take it back. I'd rather have no legs.
Oh my gosh.
Hi, my name's Alexis. What is something that you believe in strong enough that you would put it on your car? For example, I'm driving by a car and it has 2 boobies saying free the nipple. So obviously like pro breastfeeding, those kind of things. But what is something that you feel strong enough that you would put a sticker on your car for everyone else to know?
I think about that a lot. Remember when I came in here one day and I was like, what is the line with bumper stickers? Because this man had a full naked woman bumper stickered on his car.
Uh-huh.
And I was like,
no,
that's what they wanted to know about.
This is a hot take and a hard judgment, but I do believe that if someone has multiple bumper stickers, they're probably not mentally stable.
I just don't think we'd be good
That's
friends.
a mean thing to say, but I just am kind of like, what would you put on your car?
I got one. If you honk at me, I will cry. I I should have that on there.
You
So when I
believe
know
that
when people
strongly
are
enough?
like, you know what, she's not moving. She might be distracted. I don't want her to cry. She'll figure it out eventually.
I think you might get honked at more because of that. People will be like, let's ruin her day.
I don't want to think that about humankind. Literally.
I feel like I might see that and be like, oh, that's funny.
what a bully.
I think it's a joke.
I'm too sensitive for honking. I hate honking. I don't do it to people. I don't want people to do it to me. And in living in the state of Arizona, that is very hard because everyone here is just hand on the horn. Like, oh my gosh.
They do honk
I got
a
flipped
lot.
off. Is it flipped or flicked?
I think it's both.
Flipped.
Flipped. I say
Flipped.
flicked sometimes. I interchange them.
I say both, flicked and flipped.
Flicked off.
They flipped me off out the window for a long time. And I was like, it's still going. It's still going. I still can't.
And then you cried.
And then I cried. No, I don't actually cry, but I just get so distraught. For the
Distraught
rest of
about
the
it.
day. I can't stop thinking about it.
Have you ever accidentally honked at someone?
No.
Oh, I did on accident one time. I
Felt
don't know how
terrible.
it happened on accident. I felt so bad. I was like, I'm not mad.
I'm pro honking. I'm pro honking.
I mean,
if someone is
from
at the
St.
light and
Louis,
they're not going,
Missouri.
you don't think I'm going to give them a little love tap? I'm going to go honk, hey, 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 a little wave, like a nice one. And then you don't think if someone is trying to hit my car, I'm going to lay on the horn? Caleb used to not honk at people when they would do reckless things. And I'm like, honk
I forget.
the
I go,
horn. No, I'm like,
the horn.
immediately. I guess I'm part of the problem.
ew, Abby. I'm icked out.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
So you didn't say your bumper sticker.
Well, I would not have ever have a bumper sticker. The thing I believe
You
about
can't avoid the question like that.
she said, well, if there was anything ever that you strongly believe.
I love my husband.
Oh, I'd put that on there. Like, I'm like, okay, I wouldn't put a faith one because then if I drive badly, I don't want it to reflect poorly on my
Your
church.
your driving doesn't reflect
I
Christ.
doesn't want it to reflect Jesus. And I don't want them to know that I have children.
This isn't
And I
his
don't want
fault.
them to know that I'm a woman, honestly, just by my car. So I'm like,
Well, if you say I love my husband, well,
then that's telling them I'm a woman. There
Doesn't
is
have
a
to
bumper
be.
sticker
But
in
you're
my
a taken
neighborhood.
woman.
There's a bumper sticker that I greatly appreciate. Actually, my neighbor has it. It says, I heart my cochlear implant. And I'm like, what a great bumper sticker, because then people know that she's hard of hearing.
I've seen some like that where there's a disabled child on board. or
That
there's
is a
different
great
things.
bumper
so
sticker.
in case you get in an accident, those are also
Yes.
markers to know.
We need
So
to have
those-
that.
those are
so
good.
when I'm distracted with my kids in the back seat and I don't go right when the light turns red, people can just
What if your sticker says, sorry, I'm distracted?
no, can't say that. Sorry, there's goldfish underneath the car seat, and it's really important.
Hi, Abby's and Addie. I wanted to know what you guys would be doing for your jobs/careers if you couldn't do content creation /business owning /podcast or being a teacher. Coming from a fellow always homie. I love the podcast. Bye.
I have so many ideas. I would love to be someone's personal chef. I would I love everything about it. I love going to the grocery store, getting your groceries. I like meal planning. I want to just make their food and then leave. I feel like that would be so fun. Prep it, put it in the fridge for them.
So
Someone
fun.
else's kitchen too. There's something about cooking that sounds fun.
That does sound fun.
Because it's probably going to be a nice kitchen if they can afford. If they can afford me. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, hey, baby.
No, I think that would be really fun. Also, I feel like I might be a real estate agent one day.
One day, you think you're going to come back to that and become a real estate agent?
Yeah, maybe when I'm like 30.
I always thought, I'm like, that'd be so fun. And then we bought our house, and I was like, that would be so bad at this job.
Why?
Because all the communication behind the scenes,
Oh, maybe I'm
it's a lot
naive.
of back and
I mean,
forth and
that's 4 years
paperwork.
away. How I was thinking
It's actually
26.
3, so I don't know.
You said by the time you're 30, you want to be a
Maybe
real
my
estate
30s.
agent?
Maybe my 40s. Okay, fine.
Wow.
I have a lot of life to live, y'all. I'm not going to do this forever. Okay.
It'll just be me here. Me and Addie will be, I don't
Well,
know,
you sit over there, I'll
homies.
sit over here. Hey, homies.
Abby's on another
We do what
another
they do in
real
Secret
estate agent
Lives of
call.
Mormon Wives, where we pan to Abby and she's not there, like they do with
Yeah.
Demi's interviews.
Abby refused to be interviewed.
She's showing a house.
Yeah, Abby actually has another job. I love it.
I also just love, I love house shopping.
Yes,
I think
it
it's
is so fun.
What would you do?
I used to think that it would be really fun to be like an on-carpet correspondent for E! News or
you'd be
like
good at that.
like a carpet interviewer of some sorts.
We met someone like that in Rhode Island.
Really? Oh, yeah. I don't even know if I'd be good at it. I just think it'd be fun.
You would be good.
Or like on QVC, because I used to do that for Bolt all the time. Like I would do all my try-on videos and like describe the product and sell the clothes. And I think it'd be so fun to be a QVC host.
That's fun.
That's
Yeah.
fun. I'd be burn boot camp trainer. I think I would train.
That's a good one, Addie.
I would do that. Yeah, I think that's it. I don't want to do anything else.
I feel like
I also say at this point, like
Corporate.
with this under my belt too, I'd probably be good working for like an agency or something. Like I feel like I'd be, if I needed a backup plan, I could work for an agency.
Addie, you're the most organized person I've ever met. So so good at communication. You could thrive at most jobs, I think.
So kind, so kind. I'm gonna put that on my master's degree, not my personality. It's,
Hi, this is Tamara. I was just wondering what your first jobs were or what you did to make money before being an influencer. Also, what made you decide to be an influencer? Have a good day.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. Just go through all your jobs, run them down.
Me?
Yeah. Because there's not that many.
Yeah,
Neither of us have that many.
I don't have a lot of work experience.
No, same.
I am not hireable.
No, I was trying to. I don't have a resume.
Unfortunately, I cannot get hired anywhere.
Yeah.
No, I do have my degree, but I was a babysitter and a nanny and a tutor and a substitute teacher, and I worked at a cocktail lounge and a pizza server. What else
And
did
then
I do?
a
Is that
TikToker.
it? And then a TikToker while I was still in school. So we started social media while we were still in college. So that's why I never had like a being a substitute teacher is the most big girl job I ever had. And that's still just like temporary work. You know what I mean?
Yep. My first job was my senior year of high school. I never had jobs in high school because I always played volleyball. And so it was just hard to find jobs when you do like a competitive sport. So my senior year of high school, I got a job at the Ralph Lauren Polo Outlet. And then I worked at a boutique in St. Charles called Moss Boutique for a couple years, which I loved working there. After that, I worked, actually started Bolt, my business that I had for 5 years. While that was running, like starting up, I worked at Lululemon and I worked at Topgolf.
There you
So
go.
there we go.
A lot of retail in there.
So much retail because that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to have my own store. So I was like, I want to get as much retail experience as I can get. And so I worked all those jobs while I was preparing to start Bolt and then when I had Bolt. And then why we wanted to become an influencer. I feel like for me, it was just kind of a natural progression. After we closed the business, you and Matt had me on Unplanned a lot. I feel like you guys shared a lot about the business, a lot about me, and just naturally helped me kind of start a following. And then I did it every day when I had my clothing store. And so I was very used to like filming and creating content and talking on stories. And so it's kind of just a natural progression to continue doing that just from a business to my personal. So I honestly didn't plan for it to happen. I just, I didn't have a job. Oh, you hired me for a little bit after Bolt and I was Griffin's nanny for like 2 months.
There you go.
Yeah. So it was just in that progression. I was like, I think this just makes the most sense.
I always say I got into this by proxy. I feel like with like Matt had the vision for social media and like had the passion and I was just in it. And then it just kind of became like a really cool opportunity that I was like, well, I'm going to make the most of this and enjoy it for as long as we can. And I'm shocked it's been this long, honestly, when you really think about it.
Time flies.
Time flies.
You're like, oh, it's been 4 years.
Crazy. But it has
6
been
years
such
for
a
you guys.
gift.
Yeah, 6 years.
Yeah.
It's so insane.
That's crazy. Okay, we're gonna switch into the friendship category.
Friends.
So many people have probably asked this, but what was the first time you guys met, where, when, and was it awkward, or like even when the first time you heard about each other? Like what were your first impressions?
I feel like let's go on the area of first times you heard about each other. Like, do you remember the first time like you heard about? Well, you probably heard about Abby because she was dating Matt.
That time of life is such a blur. It was like
10
years
ago.
ago.
Do you remember?
So
anything?
long ago. I feel like we maybe talked about this in the first episode, but I just remember thinking Abby was really quiet. Yeah, you were very quiet. You just didn't talk much, and you just kind of stuck by Matt. So like we just didn't, and we were never like we'd be around each other occasionally at like a family dinner, or it was always short and quick. But yeah, for a couple of years there just wasn't a ton of interaction.
Yeah.
It was like we were both in the room, but we weren't really interacting with each other.
Yeah.
Why were we like that?
I don't have many memories of this. I just remember thinking that you were really cool and like really, really comfortable with the family.
Every time.
And I was not. And so I was like intimidated. I was like, she's a veteran here. And
I take veteran, because I think we had been dating like 2 years at that point.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
was
don't
definitely
have
comfortable.
a ton of memory. Also, you were in college already, so
Yeah.
I feel like we would only see each other like at holidays when there's already a lot of
So
other
many
people
people.
around. I don't remember Addie. I just remember hearing that. I don't even think it was Blake who told me that he
probably
was like
Morgan or
interested in a
something.
girl. Like word got around church. And then
You're like, oh, my brother's into somebody.
I was like, Blake, you want to fill in your sister? And so I just remember, I feel like there was one time, did we share a hammock at that fall retreat or something?
We had 3 hammocks. I know I was in one. I remember Matt being in one next to me, and you were probably in that one too. But I remember one time Matt just popped his head up, and I was like, Matt's sitting in this hammock right now. But I had never talked to him before.
What was the first time that we talked? Was it then?
It probably would have been fall retreat, but I don't even really remember talking to you that much. I think I was scared of you.
What was your first impression of Matt?
I thought he was a cool guy. Like, I thought he was cool and the popular guy. Like, he was tall, so then that, like, just adds another effect to it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just thought he was probably cool. Abby, I'm trying to think. I loved how, like, you were friends with everyone. Like, you were just, like, so fun and happy, and that was cool. I'm like, when was the first
I think the first time we met was at Griffin's gender reveal.
I was wondering, when did we
I just
first
remember
meet?
Addie. I remember I followed you, I think, before on Instagram. And I remember you were really into fitness at the time. Like, you were always going to the gym at most day. And I was like, she's so cool. She's so fit. And then you came in town. And I remember just having a lot of fun talking to you.
I was like, I was wondering, I'm like, when did we first meet? Because it's weird to think that we didn't know each other before, like, Abby.
I know. We never met in Missouri.
No, but I remember like buying stuff. I was like, I'm gonna buy stuff from Bowl. Yeah. I'm like, I still have stuff. I'm like, I just threw away some things. I was like,
oh, actually, I'm mad about it. No, I'm just kidding.
I still have a couple tank tops now. So yeah, I was like, I was intimidated by you just because I was like, she's so cool and older than me. And
Abby, you're intimidated.
So much
credit. Listen, I'm 25. I was probably 21 at the time.
Yeah,
I was like,
older.
you're older than me. How do you probably think I'm such a little kid?
Good. Be afraid of me, ladies. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm terrified of Abby.
I think I'm cool. It's fine.
No, I remember, Addie, I had you over to my apartment without Blake, and I made you mac and cheese because that's the only thing I knew that you liked to eat. Because the only thing I knew about you is that you were a picky eater.
Which is just so crazy because I'm not that way anymore. But I guess I was a picky eater. But I do remember you inviting me over because I had to stay in Springfield for dance because we had nationals at the beginning of January. So we had rehearsals literally like 40-hour weeks of dancing.
Dang.
And you had me over because Blake went home and I'm just here by myself. You and Matt had me over and I just sat at your table. I was like, what do I wear? Like, I was like, I don't know what to do. I'm going over to my boyfriend's sister's apartment. I don't know what to do.
Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, but a boyfriend's or husband's sister, there's no one more intimidating. I feel it. Like, meeting a sister is so scary.
December 4th, and she probably had me over like December 20th or something like that. I'm like, we'd been dating for 2 weeks. I was like, this is so nice. I can't say no, but also,
I was like, Blake, you want me to vet her?
Yeah, you're like,
he's like, I got it.
I'm sure he was like, no.
And I'm like, actually, don't talk to her.
Number.
That was very nice of you to invite me over. That was really sweet.
That's so fun.
Hey guys, my name is Haley and I love watching your podcast. My question to you guys is, how do you handle friendships with your close friends that don't have kids? In 2025, I struggled a lot with jealousy because I couldn't pick up and do things like they could anymore. It made me mourn and grieve being able to do that. And of course, not to discredit the love that I have for my children, but I just wanted your advice on that. Love you guys. Thanks for listening.
I think it's okay to miss your old life while still loving and appreciating your new life. Yeah. So I don't think that makes a lot of sense that you would feel a little bit of jealousy sometimes, just like the ease of not having as much responsibility. I'm like, that's always, yeah, I'm like, oh, young and free, you know?
It does make your
logistics
friendships different.
It does. I didn't feel that way when Caleb and I got married. Like, I married, no big deal. With single friends or friends that weren't married, no big deal. When we started having kids, I feel like the gap started to increase of things that we had in common. You know, it's just so much harder, having things in common.
And the schedules too, because you're
so
like,
different.
well, I gotta go home for like 2-3 hours in the middle every day. And we also have to be back at like 7. So you gotta fit in these little windows, and that just makes things logistically difficult.
Totally.
I would say have your friends over to your house.
Yeah, I think that's what we did too.
But but also just know things are going to be different. And I feel like expecting things to be the same or your friendships to be the same is just a little unrealistic. It doesn't mean that you're not good friends. It just is another factor that makes it more challenging. And it's a great opportunity to meet new friends too.
Totally.
Doesn't mean you get rid of your old friends, but it's a great opportunity to meet new mom friends.
Agreed.
Hi guys, so I love your podcast. It's wonderful. I listen all the time, every time it comes out. But I was just wondering, I'm trying to get a little closer to my sister-in-law, and I know y'all are all sister-in-laws, and I was just wondering if there was like some kind of activity or something that you would suggest that could help me out. Thanks. Bye.
Okay, if you're gonna do like a double date situation.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, I feel like that's always easy and fun. Like I feel like a family game night is always fun, but it's just you, your husband, your brother. Well, I guess, is she married?
We don't know.
We don't know if she's married. Okay,
Well,
if you're
actually,
married,
yeah, if it's her sister-in-law, she's married.
but it could be her brother's
Oh,
wife.
yeah.
So now I'm thinking, what are some fun just like girl activities to do? If it's just going to be a one-on-one thing.
Go to lunch. Get your nails done. Get coffee.
Go shopping.
Go on a walk. Going on walks.
I
is
love
really
going
fun.
on
It's like, hey, you want to
walks.
go on a walk?
Mhm.
Especially if you can walk to somewhere and do something. Like, that's fun.
So fun.
I also think just having dinners together is just
It's the best.
easy way. You have to do it anyway. You got to make dinner anyway. So
Invite them over.
invite them over.
I think, just you're so good at this, just being an includer and just always inviting her to come into your life or vice versa. Well, maybe not pushing yourself onto her life, but including her into your life. And then if it's like reciprocated, then she'll be like, oh, I'll invite her back. And just that repeated time will be really good on your relationship.
Yeah, go to work out. Anytime there's something that comes up.
Yeah.
just
I also saw another voicemail in here when I was looking through them of someone who doesn't really live close to their sister-in-law. And I think she even mentioned she doesn't even have their phone number yet. Or their brother's about to get married and she doesn't have her phone number yet, but she wants to have a good relationship with them. And I think that's another factor if you don't live close, is like making the most out of that time, but just know it's not going to be the same. Like it doesn't have to be, like we weren't as close before I lived here. It was just the way it was.
Then I would think almost because there's like this sense of comfortability with its family where it's almost like, well, no matter what, we're going to have to spend time together and be together. Then I think if you go the extra mile, then that is like, oh, they really care and like want to be our friends. So like sending them something nice in the mail. Like if they're getting married, like send them a nice gift and a nice note and like something really personalized. Or if they're having a baby, send their baby like a nice gift. I don't know, just doing something a little bit extra special to where it's like, oh, this isn't just like the family thing. I want to like actually have a relationship with you.
Yeah. I would say if they're in town, do a one-on-one thing with them instead of just be with the family the whole time too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could even FaceTime.
Yeah.
It could be a little bit weird, but if you're make an excuse for it, you know. And but also if they're wedding planning, just see if there's anything you can do to help. I know that's like a vague question, but I feel like even just offering, it's like, okay, you want to be involved in like an intimate detail of this wedding, not just like a regular wedding guest. That would then carry on hopefully into the marriage as well.
And I would say make an effort to go to all the things, like even though it's going to be expensive, like flying for the bachelorette party if you're invited, like try to be a part of everything that you can.
Oh, I'm switching to a different category now.
Okay, what's the next
This
category?
is kind of just like outliers, so it's just a couple other,
This
maybe a
is
little more deeper
random
ones.
question.
They're a little deeper.
Random questions.
Hi guys, I'm in high school. I want to know how you like tune out the negativity and the drama of the everyday life and just ignore it and go forward. How do you just only think about the joy? I'm struggling and I just love listening to y'all. Thank you.
What was her name?
She didn't say.
Okay. Thank you so much for that. That like made my heart sink a little bit. Because you
Yeah.
can just hear the sadness
Yeah.
in your voice. If I can preach for a second, I'm going to preach for a second. I want you to remember that like you are chosen, you are loved, you have been bought for a price, you are perfectly and wonderfully made. And when I'm facing hard things or I'm feeling insecure, like I just went through a season of feeling insecure, when you're facing negativity, mean voices from the outside, you just have to remember that your identity is not what people say about you. It's about what God says about you. And if you're not a believer, I think it's just important to like have just come to like conclusion about who you are and have a firm sense of identity outside of what others think about you. And so for me, that's my faith. But like, I really want to speak that over you because truly that having a sense of there's so much safety in knowing that you're chosen by God, you know? And so, yeah, especially in this season of life where like, I'm sure the drama is really hard and girls and boys in high school and can be so mean. And it just feels like it is your entire world. Just try to have that perspective of like, you're going to move through high school and you're going to come out and the world is going to go from really narrow to really, really wide. And you're going to make it through that. And like the doors are going to open for you. And I think sometimes too, like when you're really in the thick of something hard, you have to have this like eternal perspective, or like a perspective past your current circumstances. And I know that's really easy to say and hard to practice, but you just have to remind yourself that a lot.
Honestly, I have nothing else really to add. That was great advice.
It makes me just...
It's
so
hard when it's like you can see it on this side. You're like, that was such a small speck of our life, but it felt like everything. It was everything for that season. And I think having that like broader perspective is very helpful. But then also like I don't know where you're at in high school. This could be 4 years, which feels like such a long time, you know? And so my advice is to just try to find at least one genuine friend and to just have them as like a support. It's really important to have that peer support, I feel like, especially like in school. And if you're having trouble finding that, the advice is just to go first and be weird and just, I don't know, maybe just say like we could sit together at lunch and then just be the first to put yourself out there. And I know that's a really scary thing to do, but I think having friendships really made high school also just like so much more enjoyable. I found so much joy through my friendships, and Abby said it great.
Hey, Abby's, you guys are awesome. I love the podcast so far. I want to ask a question, and that is, what sacrifices have you made to keep what matters to you truly at the center of your life?
Oh, that's a good question. What sacrifices have we made to keep what's important to us truly at the center of our life?
That's
kind of a hard question.
Yeah.
I feel like I can give one, even just starting to work for you guys, because I always expected to work corporate, and whenever you guys offered me a job, I was like, okay, this gives me the chance to be with my family, with my daughter, with my family. Again, I just said that. And I think that's something I had to give up, of like how I just expected my whole life to be, to work from home, work with my family instead of building up this big career outside of that. And it took me a little bit to process that on my end. It seems kind of shallow to be like the career versus the family, even though I'm still working. But I was like really excited about that life of like working in an office, working in a building, working for a big company, and shifting that because I knew taking this job opportunity, I'd be able to be with my family more.
That's a good one, Addie. I think when I closed my clothing business, making that decision to end Bolt was like the hardest decision ever. But it was one of those things where I was fighting tooth and nail and just like driving our family into more debt. And so it was one of the things I had to do to like, it was so hard, like giving up my dream, it felt like. But I had to. I was pregnant and we were in a lot of debt from it. And so that was just a sacrifice I had to make. And it was the best decision I made, for sure. But yeah, and choosing to close the business, I remember that day so vividly when I was like, oh my gosh, I can't keep doing this. What am I doing? I'm like ruining, like there's such a wedge between Caleb and I because this stress of this debt is so scary, and like I just have to let it go. So that was hard, but that was the best decision ever in the long run.
It's a hard one. I too never envisioned my life looking like this, but in a lot of ways I feel like life has, through a series of decisions in which I was like prioritizing first like my marriage, and then my marriage plus my kids, so my whole family, has like led us to this point. And as long as this feels like the best option for our entire family, like I'm going to consider this the greatest gift of this career option that I never considered originally and never even actually knew existed when I was dreaming up my dream lifestyle. So like that's just something that's always going to take precedence in my life, and like it'll always be the greatest thing this job has given me, is like that flexibility and that time to like work with Matt and have that like get to just drop everything when I want, when my kids need me. So like that's a series of like a lot of little decisions where I was like, I just want like this, I choose this, and it's not like, I just feel so grateful that that's where we've landed now. And yeah, I think all of us have that same drive, and so then we all find ourselves in the same place. How ironic.
That's why we're here, ladies.
How ironic. But Yeah. And I feel like that's something that's always adjusting and changing too. And it's hard. This is a good wake-up call question to ask too, because I feel like sometimes you make a series of decisions, small decisions, and you wind up somewhere that you didn't ultimately want to end up being. Yeah. And you're like, this actually in the long run isn't ultimately like the direction I want to go. So it's good to always ask that question, to like zoom out also and be like, wait a minute. I thought I was making this decision, but I've ended up over here, and this is where I was supposed to be. But that's a good question to keep asking. I feel like that's always like a beginning of the year question. Like you can kind of zoom out and think long term more.
That's good.
That's great. Okay, marriage and dating.
Okay.
Juicy,
Last
juicy.
big bucket.
Hi. So I'm planning a wedding in July, and I'm so excited. What is the one or two things that you chose to do at your wedding that you regret doing or that you recommend doing for other people? Thank you. Bye-bye.
I have to think back. 2 things that you regret doing, or something that you regret doing, something you recommend doing at your wedding. I don't remember my wedding. No, I do. I do remember my wedding.
I genuinely, this is so cheesy. I don't have any regrets for my wedding.
I don't have any regrets for my wedding either.
Like,
it was amazing.
I always say, if at the end of the day you are married to the person you would spend the rest of your life with, and I just don't think you could really fairly look back and be like, oh, well, the dinner was a little cold. Like, you're just not going to think about those things. And so I would say just the whole day, my greatest goal and I kept trying to push myself to be present, because I heard so many people be like, it's such a blur, like I just don't even remember anything. I'm like, oh my gosh, I just want to remember everything, because you get this once. Like, I just want to be present. So I just was like, that was my biggest prayer. I was like, just let me have presence of mind the whole day. And I feel like I had that, and I had such a great freaking time. It was amazing. And actually, Caleb pulled us aside at our wedding. I'll remember this. He's like, look at everyone here. They all came to support you guys. And I was like, that was a really good reminder. So maybe build in your schedule like a time to pause and just look at literally everyone that made a sacrifice to attend your union. Like, that's really special. And it's a very humbling, cool, like, also when you think about the gravity of that, like, these people witness you make your vows to your spouse for till death do you part, like that gravity. I think that we can't lose sight of that amongst all the flowers and the food and the party. Oh, that's my best advice. Have a big dance party. We had a really sweaty, fun dance party.
It was so fun.
It's crazy that Addie wasn't at our wedding.
I was not there. That's so crazy.
Yeah, that was a great
Everyone was
dance party.
sweating through their shirts.
Blake wasn't.
Blake, I don't think he hit the dance floor once, actually.
Caleb and I were on the dance floor.
Actually,
living it up.
Oh, yeah, that was so fun. Your wedding was so fun.
Oh, I was talking about your wedding, but also at my wedding.
Oh, yeah. Also at my wedding for my father-daughter dance, I also had both my grandpas, who I've since lost. And so I look back at that video and that moment as, like, so special. And I don't know what, I just, like, was so close to my grandpas and I love them so much. So, like, now I'm, like, the fact that they were both there and I just didn't know how little I had left with them, that we have that moment. And especially knowing my dad and my grandpas, that was a big sacrifice for them to dance publicly in front of all the wedding guests with me. And I just look back at it, like, they made themselves so uncomfortable to have that special moment with me. And they forgot everyone else just for me for that moment. And it was really sweet. It was Just the Way You Look Tonight by Frank Sinatra. It was so sweet. So yeah, I think just make the most of, like, those personal moments with the people there, because it's so easy to think, like, I'm the bride, like, don't be that bride. It's just not. It's just not about you. Like, I know that everything in the wedding industry is saying it's, like, all about you that day.
Right.
It's just not the case.
No.
Like, there's a lot of people that make sacrifices for you and your spouse, and ultimately it is about your marriage and the vows that you're making together, and the rest is extra. So you don't have to look at that as, like, oh, that was such, I can't believe they were late with the I don't know, the DJ was late. It's like, no, not a big deal.
Totally.
Yeah.
That's great advice, Abby. Did you know that I got cold feet on our wedding day?
On the day of? Abigail.
No way.
I got it at the rehearsal.
I got cold feet. And I think, you know what? Here's my advice. And here's what I regret. I didn't process a single emotion beforehand. Ooh. And so on that morning of the whole day, the build up is so crazy. Because Caleb and I also were not seeing each other until we walked down the aisle. And I just remember, like, we were getting ready and everyone's having fun. And I'm sitting there like, and then we get on the bus. Everyone's like dancing and singing to music. And it just starts hitting me. And I had this moment where I go, oh my gosh, I'm driving to my freaking wedding. And I just started to, like, have an internal panic attack.
That has to happen, honestly.
I think it happens a lot.
Yeah.
But then I just kind of got quiet and I tried holding it in. And then the minute we got to the venue, everyone was like, Abby, what's wrong? I just go, I can't believe I'm getting married today. And I just started busting out crying.
Great.
And after that, I felt amazing. It was like I just needed to release the emotions.
Yeah.
But on the bus, I did text Caleb and I said, I can't do this.
Oh my gosh, Abby, he's probably pooping his pants.
He responded, she thought I was kidding. I was actually panicking.
Oh my gosh, that was like a legit.
I legit texted him and said, I'm freaking out. I can't do this. And he just said, Isn't that crazy?
Abby, that is crazy. You're not even like that.
I know. I just started to panic. I was like, I can't believe I'm getting married today. So I would say think about every emotion. And visualize the day. Because I just didn't have any, I was like the first of my friends to get married. I just had no context of the day. So that's so funny.
I forgot my wedding dress at my wedding. Yeah.
Where?
At home.
Oh my gosh.
No. I was at the dress shop. I never picked it up.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, no big deal. I was in a small town. It was
No, you also didn't have the wedding certificate, right? Like, you drove home.
Oh, we didn't have the wedding certificate either.
I'm not surprised by the details of the story.
How does Addie know that? She wasn't here.
Addie's like, you got your marriage certificate? You're like, what is that?
I didn't sign it the day. They had to pry me off the dance floor.
Yeah, they
I was like, Abby, stay focused.
I love it.
But yeah.
My biggest advice, too, is to wait to see each other before you walk down the aisle.
Oh, yeah, I think that's a given.
It was the most amazing, incredible experience ever, getting to see each other for they opened the doors, and I made eyes with Caleb, and I just was like...
I cried the whole ceremony.
Oh,
there wasn't a moment in which I stopped crying.
It was so incredible. Caleb said it's the first... It's like what he had pictures like when in heaven. Like the doors open, and it's like seeing your bride. And it's like, it's just so cool.
I want to go back and do it again.
I know.
No,
Joint wedding.
I actually have...
I'm just kidding.
Wedding renewal, vow renewal.
We have the same anniversary, essentially. We should.
Let's just do a destination wedding vow renewal for you guys.
Mexico.
All go.
That'd be fun.
Let's do it.
Always homies. You're all invited.
I actually have 2 regrets from my wedding. That's why I want to. That's why I want to share. I wasn't gonna say anything, but I actually do have some regrets.
Okay, no problem.
The second one will make me cry, but the first one is I didn't do a wedding video because of the cost, and I think the cost would have been worth it. I think now, I was like, when am I ever going to watch that? And now I'm like, I wish I could watch it. So, first regret. Second regret, I will cry. I was really stressed. Just because I'm a planner, and so I'm not in charge. My wedding planner's in charge, but I'm stressed about it, And so, right before I'm going down the aisle, my mom wanted to have a minute with me, and I was so stressed about, everything going right that I just, I didn't take that time with her. I was really stressed, and I was like, let's go, Mom, let's go, Mom, let's go, Mom. And she's like, she's trying to have a special moment with me. And I was just not focused. And I apologized to her about it afterwards. But I wish I would have taken that moment to have a special moment with my mom. Because I was also wearing her wedding shoes going down the aisle. So she wanted to have a moment with me. And I just wasn't present for it at all. And so I think just be chill on your wedding day. That's my recommendation.
That was vulnerable of you to share.
Yeah, thanks for sharing.
And that's good advice for people.
Really good advice.
Especially if you're a type A person like me. Just
yeah.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. If you're late going down the aisle, no one cares. They're waiting for you.
You have to hire the people in the place. You have to put the people in place. And if you can't afford to hire someone, have your friends do it.
I had my friend do it, and she didn't make me pay, but I paid her, and now she's a wedding planner, and she was great. Yeah. And it was wonderful. But
Hi, Abby's. My name is Camden. I live in Oklahoma. Me and my fiance are getting ready to get married in the beginning of May, and we've been together since we were 17. High school sweethearts, also grew up in the same hometown. We'll both be 21 when we get married. Just wanted some advice for wedding night and how to prepare, because we also have both waited to be intimate with each other until after we're married. Thanks. Love you guys. Love listening to you guys so much. Bye.
My favorite topic. No, I'm just kidding.
Wait, we've been waiting for
There's
this.
another one just like this too. So that's kind of in the similar realm, and then we can talk about both of them.
Hey girls, my name is Aubrey. I just wanted to say that I love the podcast and everything that y'all do. I'm calling today just for advice on boundaries and waiting till marriage. I get married in less than 6 months, and I'm so excited, but also the struggle is real. I'm getting married to my high school sweetheart, so that's super exciting. So any advice y'all have on that y'all did with y'all's husbands, weddings, and also if you'll have any advice about getting married so young, because we're getting married at 21. So any advice and tips you have for that would be so grateful, and I just hope you'll have a blessed day. Bye.
Woo, girlies! Congratulations.
That's so fun.
The drought is coming to an end. The drought. Oh my gosh, I have so many things to say.
Abby, you kick it off.
Okay, well, let's talk about the first question first.
Yes.
Okay, the wedding night.
Yes.
You're both going to be 21. I would say only have one drink of alcohol because you want to be fully present.
I had Sprite. I was actually underage.
I was going to say don't drink. Yeah, you don't
drink.
Be so fully present at your wedding and for the night because you've been waiting so long for this special moment to like be intimate and connect with your husband for the first time. So I would say just don't mess around with alcohol.
Matt and I didn't drink at all at our wedding.
Yeah, I think I had like a glass of champagne and maybe one glass of wine. It was like beautiful, you know? No, I just definitely had
That's actually really good advice.
I think I just had one glass of champagne. Because I think too, it's like you're in the moment and like they're going to give you a lot of drinks just as the bride and groom. Like they're going to offer you a lot. And I just was like, I only want one. And then you can be fully present.
That's such good advice. I wouldn't have even thought of that. But like you waited, especially if you waited, like you waited so long, like let's set ourselves up to remember it. Like let's not. Yep. And enjoy it and have presence of mind. Okay,
totally.
what's your next one?
And then, okay, Caleb, during the day with his groomsmen, he snuck away and like decorated the room and did little special things in the room. So I don't know, maybe if that's like a tip to your husband too, like have him sneak away with his guys to go like decorate the room because that was really fun.
That's sweet.
Yeah, rose petals on the bed to the bed. I was like,
That's
baby.
sweet.
Also shower before things get going because you're gonna be sweaty from your dance floor. You're gonna be stinky. Take a little shower, and then go take it to the bed.
Just take the shower.
You
Get
gotta
out
shower.
of the shower.
You can keep your makeup on and your hair nice. Just watch your bits and bobs.
What I'm saying is don't do it in the shower. Go do it in the bed.
Yeah. Exactly. Or you can do it in both.
That's expert level. You are not ready for that.
Nope. Skip the shower. Take the shower. Go to the bed.
I love it. Exactly.
What's
your advice for the wedding night?
Okay. I have to say this. I feel like there is so much messaging that is so negative towards waiting till the night. They're like, it's going to be so awkward. It's going to be so, like, embarrassing, and it's going to be terrible. It's not going to work. It's like, that's actually
It's just a lie from Satan.
I just think that's not true, you
just not
guys.
true.
And at least in our experience, like, that was just the furthest thing from the truth.
Mhm.
And if anything, it was very, very just, like, wholesome and sweet and beautiful. And, like, there was, like, I think at this point, like, there's certainly, like, excitement about something new, but it's not like you're going to be, like, necessarily nervous because you are with your person. Like, there's so much comfort towards that and, like, a random one-off. Like, there's just so much history, so much relationship. You know, they're not, like, looking for anything other than to, like, connect with you.
Mm-hmm.
So I just think, like, and also, I'm the last person to really give great advice on boundaries. So I'm just going to say that right now. But we did wait until the day of the wedding, and it was beautifully intimate, special, wholesome, never once awkward. Like, we certainly laughed, and, like, we're experiencing new things together. But you don't have to, like, have this, I don't know, expectation of, and I'm not saying that it's going to be the most romantic, crazy night of your life. But in a way, it will, in a way that doesn't look like the movies. Because it's just so... It's so intimate and special. And it's just, I don't know. I just feel like there's like so many people who are like, I know their wedding night is going to be terrible. Like so many things about waiting towards
You don't have to know what to do the first night. It's
You'll figure it out. Okay.
Right, exactly. And it's not even about like the big fireworks moments of like sex. It's not about the orgasm. It's about like being intimate together for the first time. And it's just so, I was actually super nervous. And Caleb and I had sex before and then stopped having sex for like 2 years when we became believers and then pursued. And so I had been there, done that with him before. And I was still like, had giddy butterflies. Like I was so nervous to be intimate with him again. And so it was so sweet. And I just look back on that night with just such like a smile on my face.
Totally.
Yeah. It was just
totally.
It's amazing. I was like nervous to leave the wedding. I was like, oh, it's time to go. I was like nervous. But like it was amazing.
That is so fun. Yeah, I just don't believe what people are saying. And I'm not saying it's gonna everything. You're gonna have to communicate. You're gonna have to say things that you don't even expect you're gonna have to say. But everyone's just figuring things out. And I think that's what's also so special about it. And I don't know.
Totally.
Just be present and communicate. And I do think that it would be good to have a conversation about both of your expectations before the wedding day.
That's good.
In this area, which they had us do in premarital counseling.
Yeah.
Because I do think if you guys go in with different expectations, that's a hard place to find out that you're not meeting someone's expectation, your own expectation isn't being met. So I would say have a conversation that's pretty detailed about like, and not as like what's actually going to happen, but like what, I mean, in a way, yes. I think you should. Because I do think I hear that a lot where people are like, oh, I kind of was like thinking, you can build it up a lot in your mind. That's the thing about waiting is that you can build it up in certain ways. And so just hash that out a little bit beforehand, I think.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, but then the second question.
Boundaries.
Oh, boundaries.
And how to like tips for waiting until marriage. Okay, like I said, Caleb and I went all the way and then we reeled it all the way back.
Yeah, you're going to be the one.
Oh boy, do we have boundaries.
Oh my gosh.
We didn't lay horizontally together. We didn't make out with tongue. Sometimes it was just hand holding because we were too like excited and it was like, we can't actually kiss. Like
Especially
just kiss
during
me on the cheek.
engagement.
Oh my gosh. Freaking. It was so hard.
Year-long engagement.
It was so hard. So I just like the strict boundaries that you need. Like maybe you don't kiss for a couple. We went seasons within our engagement where we could not kiss each other because it was just like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like animals.
You just ate his face.
Yeah, literally. I'm like, what is wrong with me? So you just have to be really strict with yourself. But I will say, like, people are listening to this and they're like, these people are crazy.
Oh, no.
It was so worth it and beautiful. And having sex and then not having sex, there was a massive shift in our relationship. Like, I felt the difference between, like, actually choosing to wait. And I think some of the big things that stick out to me, one, obviously our culture talks a lot about, like, cheating and infidelity and all these things. It has given me such a confidence in Caleb where it's like, this was literally the most like sexually charged time of our life was our engagement. And we chose to be pure, like fight for purity in it and chose to not have sex with each other. That tells me that if Caleb is at a water cooler with a coworker or meets some other lady down the line, I know that he has self-control and I can trust him to like not let his feelings or emotions lead him to something else. And so one, it gave me like a deep sense of trust in Caleb as a man and him with me as well. Like we have this sense of self-control in this area of sex.
That's good.
Second, I would say just this idea of like, we couldn't just go back to sex to communicate with each other or like show each other love. We had to learn how to show each other love in other ways, which really deepened our relationship. It deepened our communication. It deepened just, I mean, so many areas of a relationship got so much stronger when we removed the element of sex. And yeah, I'm sure there are like a million other things, but I just felt like such a night and day difference in our dating relationship.
That's so good, Abby.
Yeah, it was like, it's one of the biggest things. I'm like, okay, I know I God made it this way. You know what I mean? It was just so clear, like this was better for us. So just know that like the fight for purity is worth it. And also it's like when Caleb tells me that I'm the most beautiful girl in the world, like I know that he only has eyes for me and he like means it, you know? So there are just so many benefits to it. And if you haven't chosen to do that, you're not like doomed or anything by any means. Yeah. So don't hear these things and think like,
well, you're a great testimony, Pat.
Thank you.
Like that's,
yeah, it's our testimony.
Yeah, that's huge.
Born again virgin. No, just kidding. Just kidding.
I think it's important to remember too in like the culture of waiting till marriage is also that everyone's boundaries look a little different. Like Blake and I are both not physical touch people, so we can actually sit in bed together and we can hold hands and we can actually kiss, and we're not gonna have sex. That was just not.
Oh, we were not like that.
But everyone's boundaries are a little different and that's okay, and not to judge people based on their boundaries if they're not doing the same boundaries that you're doing, because the sin and the part that you're trying to wait for marriage is the actual sex part. You want to create boundaries to help you not get to that point, but everyone's might look a little different in that. And so have grace for other people.
That I remember what I was going to say. If you're more on the side of like, okay, this is really, really hard to resist, like being with friends is always a great way to resist.
Don't be alone.
Like I remember we would hang out with like one of my roommates. They were probably just like there all the time. They're just like, oh, it's just me and Matt and Abby again.
We had so many triple dates.
So many.
Just
I'm not
like
saying
third
like
wheels,
chaperone, but
But kind of.
They're onto it, something. You're not going to cross any, that would be extremely deviant.
You don't need to call it that, but come on.
But
Please, Deborah.
it's essentially that, except it's not like my brother.
Right.
My little brother.
Right, exactly.
But it was just like people that made sense at the time, or like our friends, or go on a double date. Like, I mean, there's just like so many other ways. But
yeah, and you're not like, hang out with us so we don't have sex. It's like, hang out with us because we want to hang out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not,
well, yes, but that's a proxy.
It's the end goal was the same.
Also, having adult mentors that were already married, this is also just like not necessarily isolated to the area of sex, but like adult married mentors were very forthcoming about like what, like they knew our goals, and they also were very forthcoming about talking about them, whereas like among our single friends it was very taboo to like talk about, oh, they want to have sex. But like adult mentors were very they would bring it up on their own all the time, and so it was very like we knew that we had someone to keep us accountable in that area, and they weren't gonna like ignore it necessarily. And so it's not like we were ultimately still making our own decisions as adults, but just knowing that you had that extra accountability too was helpful, because whenever we saw them, I'd be like, they're gonna ask, and it's gonna be, I'm not gonna lie. And so that was good too. But that is hard to find, but if you can seek it out, that is really really
true.
helpful.
We did have a slip like before a wedding, or we did, and that was really sad because I was like, we waited all this time and then we slipped. But I just remember calling a girlfriend and telling her and like talking through it, and it was like, she just prayed over me and was just like, it's okay, like you're still gonna, it's just like there's so much grace. And so don't think that I was like perfect at this. We weren't perfect, but it was still worth it.
Wow.
Ooh, that was fun.
Hopefully you guys liked that episode. That was fun for us. It's just so good hearing from y'all. Okay, exciting update. Now we finally have actual details for you, but we are hosting a live event locally here in Arizona, the Phoenix area.
The details, where it's always here in Burn Boot Camp. We've actually done an Addys camp before, and it was so fun. So we're doing another one, and always here Burn Boot Camp workout class, and the date is April 11th at 10 a.m. There's no childcare for this class, just a heads up. And it's going to be a 45-minute workout. The signups are live today. I believe.
Right now.
They're live right now. So if you're interested and you want to go sign up, there is a $15 fee for the class, which is cheaper than their drop-in class.
Yeah.
So they did us a favor, which was really sweet.
Yeah. They have trainers to pay.
Yeah, trainers to pay.
And also the last time we did this Abby's boot camp, to be transparent, there was a lot of signups because it was free.
Yeah.
And then we could have a lot of no-shows.
And people signed up out of state and just took spots. So this is like, we needed a little bit of a buy-in.
Sign up if you're going.
Yeah, if you want to go. We would love to work out with you. We're going to have like a little bit afterwards where we can hang out and talk and meet and greet and pictures and like some snacks and stuff. So it'll be really, really fun.
It'll be really fun.
Yeah, we can't wait. And we have a review to read.
This review is from Haley. Thanks again to everyone who leaves us a review, a rating, liking, subscribing, all the things, sharing. This says, moving to AZ, Abby's and Addie. I'm a 29-year-old mom of 2 toddler boys. We live in, is that West Virginia?
WV.
I think so.
I don't know what WV stands for. I can't tell you guys how much I love listening to this podcast and can relate so much every time I listen in. Usually while driving, I feel like I have a mom group session, and truly you guys make me want to move to Arizona and be besties. I hate that I'm caught up because it means I have to wait until next week for the next one. Thank you so much for your mom advice, transparency, hilarious moments, but also the thought-provoking ones too.
Oh,
so
thank
sweet.
you.
So meaningful.
I'm so crazy. Like, that's such a sweet feeling because I feel that way about podcasts. Where I'm like, dang, I have to wait till next week.
Right.
And so the way that people feel about us is so amazing.
It's such an honor. Like, there's just like, there's no other way to describe it other than just like a really high honor.
Yes, thank you guys so much. If you guys want to call in and leave a voicemail, we'll say the number again. It's 602-456-9690. We always close out our episodes with voicemails from you guys. It's the best. So thank you guys for that. And, should we do an always hungry recipe?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to share the Rice Krispie treats I made this past week.
Those are so good.
They were really good. They're Easter themed or spring themed. It has Cadbury eggs, white chocolate chips, and obviously marshmallows. They were delicious. So I'll have the link below. Really easy to make, and they went very fast.
Oh, they're so good. My recipe is just a really quick, it's literally 5 ingredients. I've made it since Matt and I were in college, but it's quick, healthy, and affordable. And you can even make this for a lunch. And I don't normally cook for lunchtime because I just don't simply want to spend the time on cooking lunch. But it has quinoa, ground turkey, taco seasoning, crushed tomatoes, and corn. And I top it with cheese and sometimes like sour cream or salsa, and then you can scoop the Fritos in it. It's so
yum.
filling, and the whole family likes it. My kids will even eat it, which is saying a lot. And it's just really easy, one pot, and yeah, I kind of want that for dinner now.
You use ground turkey? You don't like ground turkey.
I know. I like it in this.
Okay.
Do you want to know where I got this recipe from?
Yeah.
I think it was on the back of my taco seasoning in college. I was like, that sounds good. Don't use red quinoa, though. Only use white
gross.
quinoa.
Yeah. That's hilarious. I feel like college, for learning how to cook in college is such a trip.
I used red quinoa, and it leaves like a film on the roof of your mouth. Except I think I did it wrong, because I don't think that anyone would ever eat it.
I don't know if I've even seen red quinoa at the store. I don't even know what that is, Addie.
No.
Or Abby, sorry.
I think I got it from Aldi.
Oh.
Anyway, thank you so much to everyone who listens and who shares the love. And also shout out to our in-person friends that listen to this every single week. I'm like, you hear enough of us. Why would you ever choose to just listen to us talk again? They're like, I love it. I debrief with my sister every week. So
oh my gosh, it's sweet.
We
love you guys.
Our online friends, our real life friends. We're so grateful. Feels like the appropriate time to say that since we listened to all you guys talk today. So thank you guys, and remember,
we're always here.